Welcome to Audiobookish, where every word speaks to your soul and every story reminds you of your power. Give yourself just 6 months, and you won't recognize the person you become. Chapter 1, The Promise to Yourself. There comes a day in everyone's life when you look at yourself in the mirror and whisper, "I can't live like this anymore." Not because you hate your life, but because you finally realize you deserve better. Maybe you're tired of overthinking. Maybe you're tired of wasting time scrolling, promising yourself that from tomorrow things will change. But tomorrow never really comes, does it? This chapter, this moment, is your today. This is where your 6-month transformation begins. Not with a plan, not with perfection, but with a promise to yourself. You don't need to wait for a new year, a Monday, or someone's approval. You only need one decision: to stop living the same story and start writing a new one. 6 months may sound small, but it's enough to rebuild your habits, to regain your confidence, to silence your fears, and to fall in love with your own growth again. For the next 180 days, your life will not be about excuses. It will be about effort. You will not chase motivation. You will create it. You will not beg for peace. You will earn it. There will be mornings you won't feel like getting up. There will be days when everything feels slow, when your progress feels invisible. But those are the days that matter most, because growth is quiet, success is slow, and change is always uncomfortable before it becomes beautiful. You owe it to yourself to see what happens when you don't give up this time. Not for anyone else, not to prove anything, but because you want to meet the version of yourself who doesn't break every time life gets hard. The version who trusts the process, who respects time, who no longer waits for the perfect moment, but creates it with consistency. For the next 6 months, wake up early, even when it's hard. Eat clean, move your body. Spend less time comparing and more time creating. Read, learn, grow, and most importantly, stay patient. Because in 6 months, the same people who once doubted you will ask how you did it. And you'll smile. Not because you want to prove them wrong, but because you finally proved yourself right. Your 6 months start today, not tomorrow, not next week. Today, right now. As you listen to this voice, close your eyes. Take a deep breath and say it out loud. I promise myself I will change my life. That's it. That's where the journey begins. Not with motivation, not with luck, but with a promise to never quit again. Chapter 2, The Power of Starting Small. Everyone wants to change their life, but not everyone knows how to start. Most people imagine big things. A new routine, a new body, a new life. But then, they forget that every great transformation begins with one small step, taken consistently. You see, the mind loves comfort. It whispers, "You can start tomorrow." But every time you delay, you're teaching your brain that your dreams don't matter. And that's why most people stay stuck, because they wait for motivation instead of building discipline. But the truth is simple. You don't need a huge plan. You only need small actions repeated daily. 1 page a day turns into a book. 10 minutes of walking becomes a healthy body. 5 minutes of silence builds a peaceful mind. It's the small things, done when no one's watching, that shape your destiny. Think about it. If you improved yourself just 1% every day, you'd become 37 times better in a year. That's not magic, and that's math. That's what happens when small progress compounds. So when you wake up tomorrow, don't focus on becoming a new person overnight. Just ask yourself, what is one small thing I can do today that my future self will thank me for? Because that's how all change begins. Quietly, slowly, one habit at a time. The reason most people give up is because they expect fast results. They want to see the body in 1 week, the money in 1 month, and the peace in 1 day. But life doesn't work like that. You can't plant a seed today and demand a tree tomorrow. You must water it, protect it, and trust that growth is happening underground, even when you can't see it yet. That's how small habits work. They grow quietly before the world notices. And when they bloom, people call it sudden success. But you'll know it wasn't sudden at all. Start small. Read 10 pages today. Go for a 15-minute walk. Journal 1 thought every night. Turn your phone off for an hour. Drink more water. Smile at yourself in the mirror. These things look simple, but when repeated daily, they change how you think, how you act, and eventually how you live. In these 6 months, you don't have to do everything. You just have to do something, every day. Because the truth is, a small step in the right direction is more powerful than standing still, waiting for the right time. You won't always feel ready, but action doesn't need readiness. It just needs courage. Courage to take one step today. then another tomorrow, until your movement becomes momentum. When people look back after 6 months, they won't see the small actions you took. But you will. You'll remember every morning you didn't quit, every night you showed up for yourself. And that's what will make you proud, because you'll know your success wasn't luck. It was built, one habit at a time. So stop doubting your small beginnings. Every empire starts with a single brick. Every story starts with one word. Every change starts with one decision. You don't need to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step, because 6 months from now, you'll look back at this moment and realize that was the day your life started to shift. Chapter 3. Cut the noise. The world is louder than ever. Every second, a notification, a message, a new trend, all fighting for your attention. And in that noise, it's easy to forget who you are, easy to lose focus on what truly matters. That's why this chapter is about silence. Not the kind outside, but the kind inside your mind. You say you want to change your life, but how can you? When every moment you're distracted, scrolling through other people's lives, comparing their success to your slow progress, listening to opinions that don't even belong to your path. Every minute you spend listening to noise is a minute stolen from your purpose. And the harsh truth? The world doesn't care about your goals. It will keep pulling you toward comfort, gossip, fake validation, and meaningless entertainment until you learn to pull yourself back. Silence isn't empty. It's where clarity is born. When you spend time alone, without your phone, without music, without distractions, you start hearing your real thoughts again. The thoughts that tell you what you truly want, who you truly are, and what's been holding you back. But most people run from that silence because it's uncomfortable, because facing yourself is hard, because deep down you know you could be doing better. If you want the next 6 months to change your life, you must cut the noise. That means no more scrolling just to escape reality. No more comparing your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 20. No more letting people's opinions guide your choices. You don't need validation, you need vision. You don't need more followers, you need focus. You don't need to prove anything, you need peace. Imagine this. You wake up, and instead of checking your phone, you write down your goals. You meditate for 5 minutes. Feel the quiet power in your breathing. You go through your day focused, calm, and you don't care about what others are doing because your eyes are fixed on your own path. That's what peace looks like. That's what power feels like. And guess what? That kind of peace scares people because it can't be controlled. The world will try to distract you. It always will. But you have to protect your focus like it's the most expensive thing you own. Because it is. Focus is the currency of success. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. And where your energy flows, your life grows. So be careful what you feed your mind. You become what you consume. Not just through food, but through words, images, and people. If you spend your days surrounded by negativity, you'll start thinking negatively. If you spend your time around dreamers and doers, you'll start believing in yourself again. The noise outside can be muted, but the noise inside, your doubts, fears, insecurities, that's what you must learn to control. And you do it by building silence into your routine. A quiet walk, a few pages of reading, a moment of gratitude, a minute of deep breathing. It's in these small moments that your mind resets and your focus returns. Remember this, success doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing less, but doing it better. So delete the distractions, mute the chaos, spend time with people who inspire you, not those who drain your energy, and stop trying to hear yourself in a room full of noise. Go alone for a while. Silence isn't loneliness, it's alignment. It's where the next version of you is born. In the next 6 months, don't aim to be everywhere. Aim to be present where it matters. In your work, in your growth, in your peace. Because when you cut the noise, you'll finally hear the one voice that truly matters. Your own, and that voice will guide you to everything you've been searching for. Chapter 4, Build a Morning of Power. The way you start your morning decides how you live your entire day. And how you live your days decides how you live your life. That's why successful people protect their mornings. Because they know it's not just about waking up early. It's about waking up with purpose. You can't expect your life to change if your mornings begin with chaos, scrolling through your phone, rushing through everything, and complaining you have no time. You do have time. You're just giving it away to distractions before the day even starts. So for the next 6 months, promise yourself this. You'll own your mornings before the world owns you. When you wake up, don't touch your phone for the first 30 minutes. Let the first voice you hear be your own. Not someone's post, not someone's message, not the noise of the world. Stretch your body. Drink a full glass of water. Stand in front of the mirror and say, "I'm alive and today is mine." It sounds simple, but it's powerful because your morning energy shapes your mindset, and your mindset shapes your results. You don't need a perfect 5 a.m. routine. You just need a routine that gives you power, not pressure. For some, it's meditation. For others, it's reading, journaling, a short walk, or a silent coffee by the window. Do what makes you feel grounded, something that connects you to peace before the chaos begins. That's your power hour, a sacred time where you grow in silence, while the world is still asleep. Think about it. The morning is when your mind is fresh, your energy is highest, and your thoughts are pure. It's the best time to set intentions, not just what you have to do, but who you want to be today. Ask yourself, what kind of energy do I want to carry today? Do I want to react or do I want to create? Because every day is a choice, to live by habit or by intention, to repeat your past or rewrite your story. The difference between average people and extraordinary ones is not luck or talent. It's how they use their mornings. Some waste it sleeping through their potential, while others use it to rise above it. You can either scroll through someone else's success or spend that same hour building your own. Your phone can wait. Your purpose cannot. In these 6 months, build a morning that builds you. Start small, 15 minutes of peace, then slowly stretch it into an hour of power, and fill that hour with things that grow your mind, your body, and your spirit. Read something positive. Move your body, even for 10 minutes. Write down your goals. Speak gratitude out loud. Those tiny acts will rewire your brain for success. They'll remind you every morning that your life is in your hands, not your phone. Every sunrise is a second chance. You can wake up bitter, or you can wake up better. The choice is yours. No matter how your yesterday was, the morning is your reset button. Press it, use it, protect it. Because how you spend your mornings is how you shape your destiny. One day you'll look back and realize your transformation didn't start when you achieved something big. It started when you decided to wake up early, respect your time, and take charge of your mornings. That's where success begins. Not in the noise of the day, but in the silence of the sunrise. So tomorrow, when you open your eyes, don't just wake up. Rise up. Rise for your goals. Rise for your peace. Rise for the life that's waiting for you. Because every powerful day starts with one powerful morning. Chapter 5. Face your fears. Fear, it's the quiet voice that tells you you're not ready yet. The invisible wall between who you are and who you could become. The reason so many dreams die before they even begin. But here's the truth most people never learn. Your fear isn't your enemy. It's your guide. It shows you exactly where you need to go next. Every time you feel fear, it means you're standing at the edge of your comfort zone. And beyond that edge is growth. You're not scared because you're weak. You're scared because you're about to evolve. Fear is just the signal that something new is waiting for you. But instead of walking through it, most people run the other way. They hide. They make excuses. They tell themselves maybe later. And one day, they wake up wondering why nothing ever changed. Fear never really goes away. You just learn to walk through it. And every time you do, it loses its power over you. Think about the first time you tried something new. Your first presentation, your first job, your first video, your first time believing in yourself. You were nervous, right? But once you did it, the fear faded. Because fear only controls you until you face it. In these 6 months, you'll have moments where your heart races, where your mind says, what if I fail? But I want you to ask yourself instead, what if I don't? What if you actually succeed? What if this time everything works out? What if this fear you're feeling is just the doorway to your next level? Most people think confidence comes first, and courage comes later. But it's the opposite. Courage comes first. You act while you're scared, and confidence follows after. You don't wait for fear to disappear. You move with it. Because if you keep waiting to feel ready, you'll be waiting your entire life. The truth is, every successful person you admire was once terrified too. They just didn't let fear make their decisions. They used it as fuel. They understood that fear and growth live in the same place. And the only way to one is through the other. So when fear whispers, you can't, you answer back, watch me. Fear feeds on avoidance. The more you run from it, the stronger it grows. But the moment you face it, it starts to shrink. Start small. Do one thing every day that scares you a little. Speak up. Show up. Try. Fail. Learn. Repeat. Because courage is not built in comfort. It's built in action. 6 months from now, you'll look back and smile at the things that once terrified you. The people, the opinions, the failures, none of them will have power over you anymore. You'll realize that fear wasn't there to stop you. It was there to test you, to see if you really wanted this life you keep dreaming about. And the moment you faced it, you proved that you did. So when fear shows up, don't hide, don't wait, don't run. Stand tall, take a deep breath, and walk straight through it. Because on the other side of fear is freedom. The freedom to be yourself, to follow your passion, to live without limits. And when that day comes, you'll finally understand fear was never your enemy. It was your greatest teacher. Soft outro line. This is your time to face it. This is your time to rise. Because the strongest version of you is waiting on the other side of fear. Chapter 6. Don't compare, just focus. Comparison, the silent thief of joy, the quiet destroyer of confidence. It starts small, with a scroll. You see someone living the life you want, someone achieving what you've only dreamed of, and suddenly your own progress feels worthless. But here's the truth. You can't compare your beginning to someone else's middle. You can't measure your chapter 1 with their chapter 20, because every person is walking a different road, with different battles, different lessons, and a different timeline. You may not see it, but someone out there wishes they were as strong, as brave, as consistent as you. You might not be where you want to be yet, but you're not where you used to be either. That's progress, and progress is enough. Every time you look at someone else's success and feel small, remind yourself, they didn't start where they are now. They fell, failed, cried, and stood up again, just like you. When you spend your energy comparing, you lose sight of your own growth. And your growth is all that matters. Because life isn't a race. It's a journey that unfolds at its own pace. If you plant 2 seeds at the same time, one might sprout in a week, the other in a month, but both will bloom when their time comes. So stop rushing. Stop comparing your pace to someone else's. Your time will come too, but only if you keep moving forward. The truth is, you can't be focused and jealous at the same time. You can either water your own grass or spend your life watching someone else's grow. When you see someone doing well, don't feel envy, feel proof. Proof that it's possible. Proof that your dreams can happen too. If you keep showing up, because the more you celebrate others, the lighter your own journey becomes. There's space for everyone at the top, if you're patient enough to climb. In these 6 months, don't waste your time comparing lives online. Social media shows the highlight reel, not the hard nights, not the struggle, not the moments of doubt. Everyone has scars you don't see, battles you don't know, and fears they don't post. So stop wishing for their life and start working on your own. Focus is your power. When you protect it, you move faster than you ever imagined. Wake up every morning with one question. What can I do today to be better than yesterday? That's it. You're not in competition with anyone else. You're competing with the old version of you. And every time you choose focus over comparison, you win. Because one day, you'll look back and realize that the people you once compared yourself to were never ahead of you. They were just walking in a different direction. And when your moment arrives, when your hard work finally shines, you'll be grateful you didn't give up, trying to copy someone else's story. You'll be proud that you stayed true to your own. So stop looking left and right. Eyes forward. Head high. Focus on your lane. Chapter 7. Heal and rewire your mind. Your mind is your greatest power, but it can also be your biggest prison if you never learn how to control it. Most people don't fail because of lack of effort. They fail because of the thoughts that keep repeating inside their head. Your mind believes everything you tell it. If you keep saying, I can't do this, your mind will make sure you don't. If you keep saying, I'm not good enough, your brain will find proof to make that true. But the moment you start feeding your mind with strength instead of fear, everything begins to change. Healing your mind is not about forgetting the pain. It's about understanding it. It's about asking yourself, what did this experience teach me? Instead of, why did this happen to me? You can't move forward if you keep replaying old memories that broke you. You have to rewire your thoughts. Change the story you tell yourself every day. You see, your brain creates pathways, habits of thinking. If you've spent years doubting yourself, your brain is used to that pattern. But when you start repeating new beliefs like, I am capable, I am strong, I am improving every day, your brain starts to believe that too. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, patience, and consistency, but it works. Healing means forgiving yourself for what you didn't know back then. It means no longer letting your past pain control your future actions. You can't build a new life with an old mindset. That's why this chapter is about letting go. Not of memories, but of the version of you that keeps reliving them. Start feeding your mind peace instead of pain. Wake up and give yourself positive commands. I choose to be calm. I choose to stay focused. I choose to believe that good things are on their way. Every day you do this, your mind starts to reprogram itself. You begin to see the world differently, not as something that hurts you, but as something that grows you. Remember this, your outer life is only a reflection of your inner world. If your thoughts are chaotic, your life will feel messy. If your thoughts are peaceful and focused, your life will start to align naturally. Healing is not about perfection, it's about progress. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to keep choosing peace over panic, calm over chaos, and growth over guilt. Because once your mind heals, your whole life follows. Change your thoughts and you'll change your entire reality. Chapter 8. Stay consistent, even when it hurts. Everyone wants success. Everyone wants change. But only a few people understand the secret. Consistency. It's not about doing everything perfectly one day. It's about showing up every single day, especially when you don't feel like it. Motivation will come and go. Some days you'll wake up excited. Other days you'll feel empty and tired. But consistency means doing it anyway. The truth is, growth is not always exciting. Sometimes it's slow, quiet, and even painful. You'll have days when nothing seems to move forward, when your effort feels invisible, and your progress looks small. But remember this, every tiny step still counts, even when no one sees it, even when you doubt yourself. Consistency is the bridge between your dreams and your reality. It's what turns someday into today. It's what separates those who wish from those who win. You don't need to move fast. You just need to keep moving. 1 page a day still writes a book. 1 small workout still strengthens your body. 1 honest effort still shapes your future. When you stay consistent, something powerful happens. Your brain learns discipline, your soul learns patience, and your heart learns resilience. You stop depending on motivation and start trusting your own strength. And yes, it will hurt sometimes. You'll feel like giving up. You'll question if it's even worth it. But that pain you feel is not a sign to quit. It's a sign that you're growing. The difference between the person who makes it and the one who doesn't is not luck. It's consistency. The one who keeps showing up, even when it hurts, even when no one claps, even when the results are slow, that's the one who wins in the end. So when it feels hard, when it feels pointless, when it feels like nothing's working, just whisper to yourself, this is part of the process, because someday soon, everything you're doing now will make sense. The sleepless nights, the sacrifices, the silent efforts, they'll all pay off. You'll look back and thank yourself for not quitting. Consistency may not give instant results, but it always gives permanent change. Chapter 9. Protect your energy. Not everyone deserves access to your mind, your time, or your emotions. The truth is, your energy is your power, and if you keep giving it away carelessly, you'll never have enough left to build the life you want. Protecting your energy doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you start choosing who and what truly deserves your attention. You've got to understand, energy is like currency. Every time you argue, overthink, or chase validation, you spend it. And when your energy is low, everything starts to feel heavy. Your goals, your dreams, even your happiness. So start guarding your peace like it's sacred, because it is. Stop letting people who drain you have a seat at your table. Stop explaining your worth to those who refuse to see it. Stop giving attention to things that don't help you grow. You owe it to yourself to create a life that feels calm inside, not one that looks perfect outside. The people who drain you with negativity, distance yourself. The habits that waste your time, replace them. The thoughts that pull you down, reframe them. Your energy decides the quality of your life. When you protect it, you start attracting peace, opportunities, and people who match your frequency. But when you let it scatter, you attract chaos, confusion, and delay. Every morning ask yourself, where is my energy going today? If it's going toward anger, gossip, or regret, pull it back. Put it into progress, self-care, and peace instead. Because energy grows where attention flows. Learn to walk away without guilt. You don't have to explain why you're choosing peace. You don't have to prove that you're strong by staying in draining situations. Sometimes the real strength is in silence, in distance, in saying no. And when you start protecting your energy, you'll notice something powerful. Your mind becomes clearer, your focus becomes sharper, and your life starts to move forward effortlessly. This chapter is your reminder that peace is expensive, but it's worth every bit of it. Don't let anyone or anything cheapen it, because once you protect your energy, you protect your purpose. And that's how you truly change your life in 6 months. Protect your energy, because everything you attract depends on it. Chapter 10. Your future is in your hands. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to build your dream for you. Your life, your future is completely in your hands. Every decision you make, every habit you follow, every thought you repeat, they are shaping who you're becoming. 6 months from now, you could be living a completely different life. Not because of luck, but because you finally took control. Your future isn't written in the stars. It's written by your actions. If you keep waiting for the right time, the right person, or the perfect opportunity, you'll wait forever. There is no perfect time. There's only now. Every small effort you make today adds up. The early mornings, the late nights, the quiet hours where you choose growth instead of comfort. Those are the moments that build your future. So ask yourself, what are you doing today that your future self will thank you for? Are you feeding your dreams or your doubts? Are you moving forward or standing still because of fear? You have the power to shape everything. Your career, your health, your mindset, your peace. It starts with responsibility. Stop blaming others. Stop waiting for signs. Stop thinking you're not ready. You are ready. You just need to start. No one can stop you except you. And once you understand that, life becomes simpler. Because then every excuse loses its power. When you decide to take full control, your world shifts. You begin to act with purpose. You stop chasing approval. You stop fearing failure. Because deep down you know, your future depends on what you do next. If you want success, build it. If you want peace, protect it. If you want happiness, create it. 6 months from now, your future self will look back at this moment and either say, I'm glad I started, or I wish I had started. The choice is in your hands, so stop doubting, stop delaying. Start building the life you dream about. One day, one habit, one choice at a time. Because your future isn't waiting for anyone else. It's waiting for you. Your future is not found, it's created. And it begins with what you do today.